Standard 9, your Arun sir. I am going to teach biology, chapter 13, skin, the jack of all trades, and it is part 3. Means what we have discussed, we have already discussed about the structure and function of the skin, and we were discussing about the derivatives of skin, in which we have already discussed about the hair and the nails, and about the sweat glands we have discussed that it is excretory part, collects sweat from the dermis part of the skin and releases sweat pores are there which contain 99% water, some salts and urea also. Sometimes cold sweat also may be due to influence, psychological influence, or due to fright and nervousness. So that part is clear. Today we are going to discuss in detail about the mammary gland. Listen. It is a characteristic feature of the mammals, okay, and it is present in both male and female, but in male it remains as a rudimentary stage, whereas in female at the age of puberty it develops to form breast, okay, and each breast has a central conical position, and the central conical position of the breast is called as nipples, and 15 to 20 milk ducts open on the nipple for the secretion of milk. The activity of mammary gland is related to the reproductive hormone, that is prolactin and pregnancy. So, and the milk secreted by the mammary gland is highly nutritious for the newly born baby. So it was about the mammary gland. Okay, now Meibomian gland. Meibomian glands. What are these Meibomian glands? Let us discuss. Modified sebaceous gland. It is modified sebaceous gland. And where it is present? It is modified sebaceous gland and open at the margin of the eyelids. Open at the margins of the eyelid. Okay. Now, what are the function of this Meibomian gland? Secretion is widely and serve to lubricate the margin. Okay. Its secretion lubricates the margin of the eyes and prevent the overflow of tears. Lubricate the margins of the eyes and prevent the overflows of the tear. Next is ceruminous gland. Okay. Next, ceruminous gland. Now, what is ceruminous gland? What are the function of this ceruminous gland? Let us discuss. They are modified sebaceous gland. It is also modified sebaceous gland. Very clear. So, in modified sebaceous gland we have discussed which releases sebum. and acne, pimples, blackheads we have discussed. These two, meibomian or the ceruminous, are the modified sebaceous gland. Okay, and found in auditory canal. They are found in auditory canal. Where is auditory canal present? This ear after pinna, that canal is the auditory canal and secretes wax-like substance. Secretes wax-like substance. Okay. And that wax-like substance is called as cerumen. Cerumen or the earwax. Okay, cerumen or earwax which lubricates and protects our eardrum. If dust will try to enter, it will be trapped by the cerumen or the earwax. Even the insects, if it will try germs, if it will try to go inside, it will be trapped by this wax-like material, that is cerumen released by the ceruminous gland. Some reddish material or brownish material which comes out from the ear, that is cerumen or the earwax. So it was about the derivatives of this skin, in which we discussed about the hair, nail, sebaceous gland, sweat gland, mammary gland, and two modification of sebaceous gland, that was meibomian gland and ceruminous gland. Now, next part, other function of the skin, let us discuss. Skin and heat regulation of the body. We all, mammals and apes, mammals and apes, these are the two classes of vertebrates. They are warm-blooded animal. Warm-blooded animal. What do you mean about warm-blooded animal? Their body temperature will remain constant, will not change according to the temperature of the environment. Okay. So, cold-blooded animal are those animals whose body temperature changes according to the temperature of the environment. So, cold-blooded are called ectothermal. Cold-blooded are called as ectothermal. Okay. Other name of cold-blooded animal, scientific name of cold-blooded animal is the ectothermal. Fluctuates with the environmental temperature and escape from both the condition, too much hot or too much cold, and they hibernate. Hibernate means sleep, become inactive, hibernate, or it is called winter sleep. Winter sleep. Or to maintain their body temperature, to survive, they hibernate or go for the winter sleep. Or they may estivate, cold-blooded animal. They may estivate, means summer sleep. Estivate means summer sleep. In summer, they will become inactive, like frogs. Okay, in summer, they become inactive, and lizard go for winter sleep. So that part is clear. Now ectothermal, okay, and endothermal. Ectothermal and endothermal, these words are changed, and warm blooded is called as oikothermal. Warm blooded, new name is oikothermal. The name of warm blooded animal is oikothermal, and cold blooded is oikothermal. Sorry, cold blooded is oikothermal, and warm blooded is called as homeothermal. New term for the warm blooded and cold blooded. Now we have got temperature, the body temperature, fixed body temperature, that is 37 degrees Celsius. Our body temperature, since we are warm blooded animal, and our body temperature is 37 degrees in Celsius. Okay. In mouth, if we will put the thermometer, it will be 37 degrees. Okay. In rectum, 1 degree centigrade higher. In rectum, it will be 38 degrees Celsius. Okay. And in armpit, it will be 36 degrees Celsius. Try to understand. In mouth, it is 37 degrees Celsius. In rectum, 1 degree Celsius more, that is 38 degrees Celsius. And in armpit, 1 degree Celsius less, that is 36 degrees. Okay. And if the temperature rises, it means we are suffering from fever. Okay. And if the temperature lowers, that is also dangerous. Okay. What will happen? The body function, the optimum temperature is 35 to 40 degrees Celsius. Optimum temperature is 35 to 40 degrees Celsius. And after this, the enzymes will not work properly. So body function, the working of enzyme will be slowed down. With higher temperature, it will be destroyed. So for the proper functioning of the body, the optimum temperature for the enzymes is 35 to 40 degrees Celsius. Now, how heat is produced in our body, that part is important. Chemical reactions go inside our body. In the liver, the glucose is changed to glycogen. Okay. And that produces heat. Means first heat is produced in the liver while the glucose is changed to glycogen. Second, maximum heat is generated by our body due to muscular action. While we do vigorous exercise, that time the body temperature becomes higher. Okay. And even in winter season also, our body will become warm. And if we will do vigorous exercise in summer season, overheating of the body, and due to which sweat will come out. Now, a small amount of heat comes from the ingestion of hot foods, garma garam khana, and beverage, hot drinks, tea, coffee. So it was about how our body gets heat And how our body lose heat? Through the skin. When we feel hot, sweat comes out from the skin by the process you must have read in physics: conduction, convection and radiation. Through that heat is lost from our skin. Lungs, while we breathe out, the hot air comes out. You can feel, you can see the air which is coming out from the nose is the hot air. This way lungs breathe out hot air. That is the way by which we lose heat. Also there is evaporation inside the lungs. Okay, vaporization, that time also loss of heat is there. Passing urine and feces, while we pass urine and feces, that is at body temperature. When it comes out, the temperature of the body goes down a little bit. Food, some cold food like cold drinks or any other cold food, if we will take, the body temperature will go down. That is the method to lose heat. Now, how body temperature is maintained? What is there in our body which maintains the body temperature? Okay, one is hypothalamus. Hypothalamus. Now, what is hypothalamus? Principal heat regulating center, and it is a part of forebrain. Part of forebrain. We have forebrain, midbrain and hindbrain, and this hypothalamus is a part of forebrain. It is the heat regulating center. Okay, heat regulating center of the body. Heat regulating center. It is the heat regulating center of our body. Now, how it works? When the body tends to cool below the normal temperature, it works as a thermostat. And when body tends to cool down normal temperature, it switches on or speed up heat production. Try to understand. Hypothalamus, it is a part of brain. It is the main heat regulating center of our body. Works as a thermostat. Okay. Thermo means heat and stat means a steady condition maintaining. So, when the body tends to cool below the normal temperature, when the body is going down, the normal temperature of the body going down, that time it switches on, and what will happen? Speed up, heating process. And when the body tends overheated, it switch off. Means if the body becomes overheated, it will switch off, and when the body becomes cool, it will switch on, so that more amount of heat is generated. Okay, what happens in cold weather situation? In cold weather situation, the blood vessel get narrow. In cold weather situation, the blood vessel becomes narrow. Then what will happen? If the blood vessel will become narrow, then less amount of heat will be lost by the body. It reduces the blood supply to the skin, and as a result, less amount of heat is lost, and that is called vasoconstriction. Very important for examination point of view. Vasoconstriction. Vasoconstriction means narrowing of blood vessels. And when it takes place during winter season. If blood vessel will become narrow, less amount of blood will be supplied to skin. Okay, and less amount of heat will be lost, and that process is called as vasoconstriction. Okay, and the blood supply is reduced, the sweat gland will secrete less amount of sweat, and the person will become pale or bluish because the blood vessel are constricted. The color of the skin will become bluish or pale. And if heat production is increased, we will shiver. During shivering, what will happen? The heat production of the body will increase. Okay. And what happens in hot weather season? If it is very hot, then there will be vasodilation. Okay. Vasodilation. What is vasodilation? Dilation of the blood vessel. Okay. Blood vessel will dilate, become widened. Blood vessel dilates, means widens, and if the blood vessel dilates, more amount of blood will supply to the blood vessel and more amount of heat will be lost. And if heat is lost, it will come out as a sweat. Okay, and by evaporation, the body temperature will be maintained. Okay, that we have understood. Now one more thing we have to discuss, and that is the heat stroke. So what is heat stroke? If or sunstroke, condition in which sweat production is unable to keep pace with evaporation due to hot wind. Due to hot wind, sweating is less and evaporation is more. That may be fatal. It may lead to death. And what will happen as a result? Body temperature will rise. Okay. And drinking a lot of water is the solution. And during summer season, some salt can be also taken because salt is also lost with this. So dear children, this way we have finished the topic. Today up to this much. Thank you very much.